So I think what's come out of this little thought experiment is to show that although today we do need oil, unfortunately, but the point at which we don't need it, we can see it on the horizon. It's there, it's visible. Consider this. In 2025, France produced 547.5 terawatt hours of electricity. It didn't use all of that. It exported 92 terawatt hours to other countries, including the UK, Belgium, Germany, and Spain. Now it has these interconnects, so it can export power, it can also import power, but its surplus in 2025 was 92 terawatt hours. Now, given what's going on in the world today, I thought it was a topical thing to imagine what it would be like if all of France's private cars and vans, of which there are 40 million, there were 39.7 million last year, at the beginning of last year, 2025. So I think that's gone up slightly. And it's just rounding up makes the numbers easier. So in a hypothetical world where all of those 40 million cars were powered by electricity, French electricity, as opposed to petrol and diesel, would there be enough spare to power them all? Hello, welcome to Kia e-Niro Diaries. So today there are 1.5 million battery electric cars on French roads. So that leaves 38.5 million using petrol or diesel. Now, all the statistics I'm going to give you today come from the French government Statistique Publique, and there are a few things that I'm using also from the International Energy Agency to check some of this stuff. So French government statistics tell us that the average French car travelled 11,600 kilometres a year in 2025. So 11,600 kilometres a year, how much electricity do you use when you do that distance? Now I know that my car, we've just got the one car and we've been averaging about 19,500 kilometres a year. So we're above the French average with the Kia e-Niro here. And we live in the country, so to go anywhere, you've got to go a distance. Now, how much electricity would each car consume? Well, I know that mine is averaging 14 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometres winter summer, which is about 4.3 miles per kilowatt hour, I think. But I thought, well, maybe not everyone is quite as economical, or they live in a place that's colder, or it's more hilly or whatever. So I've assumed for this exercise that the average efficiency is 18 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometres. And then again, bearing in mind that a lot more smaller electric cars are on sale now, and these are being bought in fairly large numbers in France because it's the, what we call B segment cars, and there's even A segment cars coming, like the new Renault Twingo electric. So it should push that down. But let's be pessimistic and say 18 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometres. Now that means that in a year, doing 11,600 kilometres, you're going to use 2,000 kilowatts or 2 megawatts, which means that 1 million EVs are using 2 terawatt hours, and we're at 1.5 million electric cars in France today. So what if we multiplied that up to 38.5 million? So we could wave a magic wand and all of a sudden nobody needed to buy petrol or diesel anymore. Well, it turns out that we'd need 79 terawatt hours, which is well within the 92 terawatt hours that France exports. So in theory, France could convert its entire private car and small van fleet to electric It wouldn't have to generate any more power, and the savings on fuel would be absolutely immense. So at the moment, this is only a thought experiment, and it's what the anti-EV people would call complete fantasy. But to me, it's inevitable. It's going to happen. The world is going to look like this eventually. But let's come back to reality, come back to today, and talk about the 38.5 million cars that don't get plugged in France. They have to go to the petrol station. Okay. And going back again to the fact that the average distance done by each car in France is 11,600 kilometers. And let's be really generous and say that these cars do 50 miles to the gallon, which is 17.5 kilometers per litre. So that means the average car in France consumes 662 litres of fuel of some kind, petrol or diesel. Now, from each barrel of crude oil, you get 158 litres, and that could be petrol or diesel. It's, a crude product that has to be refined into something useful. And if you work that out, the average car driver in France consumes 4.18 barrels of oil a year. Okay, so what that means for the whole country is that 161 million barrels of oil are used to power French private cars and small vans. What that costs the country, and bearing in mind most oil here is imported, is $16 billion a year. That's at $100 a barrel. Now, okay, it's been higher than that and it's been lower than that, but let's use $100. That's 14 billion euros, by the way, at current exchange rates. What does it mean for the French consumer who has to slavishly make their way to the filling station to fill their car up? Well, let's use €2 a litre. Say diesel is 2.20 something at the moment, and petrol is around 2. And maybe it'll go down again, who knows? But this is a situation we're in today. If we're playing fantasy games with everything being electric, let's play the reality game of today, where people are having to pay €2 a litre for fuel. Well, using 662 litres a year at €2 a litre is €1,324 a year. So we go back to our thought experiment where all 38.5 million of those cars are powered by French electricity, locally generated. And how much would that cost? Well, the assumption I've made here is that the average driver can do 75% of their charging at home, but has to do 25% of it on the road. At the moment, French electricity prices, domestic prices, are 20 centimes per kilowatt hour. Some people can get much better deals than that, okay, if you charge at night time. I live in a very unfortunate area of France, a part of France where there's no competition in electricity, so I can't change my supplier. 95% of France can, but we really do live in the sticks here and it's a monopoly. So I'm assuming everybody has to pay what I pay, which is probably not the best rate. So it's 20 centimes a kilowatt hour. And I'm assuming 60 centimes for public charging. Sometimes it's a bit more expensive, but I can charge for 43. I should say euro cents, not centimes, because it's just what France calls them, I guess, because of the old French francs. I've assumed 60 euro cents a kilowatt hour for public charging. And what that means is that your 75% of your charging costs you 315 euros a year, and your 25% costs you just about the same, 313. So you're spending 628 euros a year to do your 11,600 kilometers. And that works out at 628 euros a year, as opposed to 1,324 that you're currently paying for your petrol and diesel. So France would be able to supply all its private drivers. This is not including commercial vans and heavy trucks, or buses, of course. This is just the 40 million vehicles, only 1.5 million of which are electric at the moment. So collectively, the French public would be saving 27.5 billion euros on not having to buy fuel, because the difference between having to buy fuel to power your car and having to buy electricity, averaged across the whole country, is the difference between 51 billion and 23.5 billion. That's absolutely massive. Now, obviously, the French government would have to work out how it's going to get some of that tax revenue back. But that's just something that all countries have got to discover. But the important thing is that, the consumer is going to be better off. The country is going to be better off because it's a cost to import all the fuel. So I think what's come out of this little thought experiment is to show that although today we do need oil, unfortunately, but the point at which we don't need it, we can see it on the horizon. It's there, it's visible. And every day, more and more EVs get onto the world's roads and are changing that calculation around our dependence on oil. Not only oil, but gas as well. Our whole society, you could argue, is not just unsustainable, it's unstable. A very small 20%, they say, of oil and gas goes through the Straits of Hormuz, which is not really navigable at the moment with the war on. So, it's a terrible situation because it's not just oil that's being affected, it's the precursors for fertilizers and medicines, hydrogen, which is used in MRI scanners and other scientific equipment. But of course, we know we can produce those things in a green way without having to use crude oil. And we're still in a situation where 80% of the products of crude oil are burned in some way in vehicles, aircraft, ships. Okay? So we know that this is possible. We can get off oil. Anyway, I hope you've found this interesting. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Donald Trump's war. Anyway, hope everybody stays safe. Until the next time.